Hi there again. Now, to reflect things, to get your practice better, we learned a few tools, and again, another tool here, which is the action research. Now, we know the meaning of research. What is a research? If you have a problem, you do the research, you do some analysis, collect some data, analyze it, and solve the problem, get the answer to your problem. That is research. Action research means you take action. Based on the action, you collect data, and you find answers for your problem. So you take action to do a research on a problem. An example would be this. Let's say, let me take an example within our industry, within education. If I give you an assignment, I want you to write the right answer. Right answer. That's the first thing. So you have to Google, you have to go to library, read books, get the answers, and write them down. When you write it, there are disciplines, academic writing, we call it. You have to write your answers in a way. You have to paraphrase. You can't copy and paste. You can't plagiarize. You have to summarize. Summarizing and paraphrasing is not enough. You have to do the citation and reference. Usually we follow Harvard style citation. There are so many other styles as well. So I inform the students. We do sessions and lessons for students. We do recordings of these as well. To tell the students, you have to paraphrase like this. Paraphrasing rules are like this. Summarizing is like this. And citation. If you want to cite a book, if you want to cite an author, if you want to cite, if you want to refer a book, if you want to refer a journal, if you want to refer a website, these are the ways that you have to use. So we teach all of it. And they take this message home. They start writing the answers, and they bring the answers back to us to mark or to review. When we see the answers, we see loads of copy and paste. We see loads of plagiarism. The paraphrasing never happens according to the rules. We don't see good summarizes. We don't see enough citations. We don't see appropriate referencings either. So there's a problem now. Okay, so if I want to solve this, I need to have some action to do a research, what I could do to improve people to write it. This is action that you take, and then you do research and find out what happens. This is action research. Okay, you take an action, you introduce some strategy, some action. Based on the action, you collect data, and that will become a research for you. Then you finally find out an answer for your problem. So what you do to do this academic writing, you tell the students to go home, do the writings, and they're not doing it. So this time it's going to take an action. What is the action? You're going to call them to your university. Tell them, come to the university, bring your laptops. We give you internet. We give you library. We give you enough books to read. Sit down in the lecture hall. Start working on it. So they pick a paragraph and they do the paraphrasing. You look into what they do. So you give them an idea. Maybe you can use the projector to display some books in the screen. They look at it, they paraphrase it, and they write it. There's a different action, different practice, and you do it. So you bring in students, they try this. After you practice this, after this action, you collect data, look at the works of them, and look at the quality of it. Out of 100 words, how many words were plagiarized? How many words were paraphrased? How many paragraphs were cited? How many references did they use? All these things are data for you. Based on this data collection, what you do, you can make an idea that if I do this way, they will definitely write the answers appropriately with proper paraphrasing, summarizing, citation, and referencing. Okay, so if that practice works now for these students, you may call them a day, assignment discussion day or assignment writing day in a week, 2 hours a day. On a weekend, everyone has to come to the university, sit in the lecture hall, do the research, write the answers. Within 2 hours, you have to write about 3 pages of answers, show the answers, do the proper academic referencing and citation, go home. You do this for about 2-3 weeks or 2 weeks per subject. Okay, this is the action. Then The research said if you do this, they are likely to write the answers appropriate. This is what we call action research. Okay, so the same way, if you do a presentation, what action can you take it? There are so many ways. Okay, right, look into what action. All right, for example, an action would be before you present your lecture, you may do lectures, you may do your delivery before a mirror. That's an action. Okay, look at what you do. Otherwise, it buy a tripod, keep it, fix a camera or fix your phone, record it and see what happens. It's an action. Okay, and compare it after you do these kind of things, 2 deliveries of your lecture before you deliver, before your own camera. Okay, and see the quality of it. If that is getting better, what you do each time, every time you go for lectures, before you do the lectures, do a couple of mock deliveries before your own camera and do and deliver. That'll be better. This is what action research is about. Okay, so we do this. This research is coming from Kurt Levin's. I remember, or I hope you remember, we have heard his name, Kurt Levin's unfreeze, change, refreeze model. We learned in the past for some other subject. So today, the action research concept was developed by Kurt Lewin. So if you want to get things done, what you do, you plan and take some action. Okay, take some action and you observe it, reflect it, and that is cyclical. Again, this is what action research is about. Right, so that's about action research that will help you to reflect in your delivery. Okay, right. Thank you very much. I see you in the next lesson.